Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 6th, Monday, through Sunday, June 12th. And before I begin, I want to thank my subscribers for your continued support. Keep coming back, please. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe and like and share it. Click on the notification bell and you'll be notified each time I upload something. And also, there are links below in the description box where you can go to my website and check out the services I offer as far as your chart goes. And there's also something there called Ask Me a Question. And it's for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. Okay, so just read below. Anyway, there are only two major aspects this week. And the first one doesn't start even till Friday, okay? Friday the 10th, okay, Mercury in Taurus trines Pluto in Capricorn, and then on Saturday, June 11th, Venus in Taurus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus, and that one's going to be a real doozy for everyone, especially Taurus people, and even Scorpios. But we'll get to that, okay? So this was my intro and whatever sign comes up after this. Okay, so for Taurus, on Friday, June 10th, Mercury in your first house in Taurus trines Pluto transiting in Capricorn in your ninth house. So, excuse me, very nice aspect for possible travel, maybe. You still have like a lot of things going on in your first house here with Mercury and Venus and the planet Uranus being here, okay? Mars will be moving into your sign next month, okay? So you're still being like transited, and you know, your ninth house where you have Pluto is the house of long distance travel and communication, also the house of higher learning though, and your opinions, your outlook on life, your philosophy on life, your spiritual and religious beliefs. It's like a many things, okay? So having Pluto here and it being retrograde, okay? I would have to say that a missed opportunity in regards to, let's say, travel or a missed communication, even while Mercury was retrograde in your sign, okay? There could have been somebody that you kept trying to reach, or they could, you know, be trying to get in touch with you and you didn't even know it, possibly until now. So it looks like you finally connect with some kind of communication, possibly travel plans or reservations that you were trying to make. Or just like with a person, actually seeing eye to eye with someone, finding like a common ground, let's say, with a new friend possibly that you've made. Something on those lines. It could also be the ninth house is the house of legal matters, and maybe getting information on something like that, where there wasn't a lot of activity going on. Usually when planets turn retrograde, things do slow down, but sometimes they actually pick up a little bit because the reason whatever was slowed down to begin with was because there wasn't enough information to go on. And a lot of times when a planet turns retrograde, it helps whomever to review that very thing, and information that wasn't there is suddenly there, and they're able to move forward on something. So it could have been something like that, something that was possibly being held up, okay? On Saturday, June 11th, okay, Venus in your first house, in your sign, conjuncts Uranus in your sign, in your first house, okay? So, you know, I mentioned last month about having Venus in your first house. It is your ruling planet, so it does really well when it's in your sign. It is the best time to approach people, especially those who are not easy to talk to, or someone whose cooperation you need, who is usually uncooperative. If you need to make a good impression, these are all the things that you should use Venus for when it's in your sign. I always tell people, milk it for all you can, okay? But on this day, you have the planet Uranus in your first house that brings a lot of unpredictability and surprises, sudden events occurring in your life. And with Venus, it could be anything from someone just suddenly revealing their feelings for you, you know, that they are in love with you, or something or other, totally out of the blue, too, something you were not expecting. Or it could be something as minor as starting out with plans for the day to do something, whatever, something fun, I would have to say, with someone, or even if it's a friend or your family, and end up doing something completely different. So it brings something fun into your life that was totally unexpected. And it could be even just like new plans that you end up doing something completely different than you would have thought you were going to be doing that day. But it's fun, okay? So it could be anything really, though, but it could be somebody really surprising you with some kind of news even, you know. But it is about, you know, could even be about a past, an ex-flame or something like that. But you and Scorpios will be the most kind of like affected by this, but you especially, because it's happening in your sign. So if I were you, I would play the lottery that day, even if it's to buy a rub-off ticket. But you just have to keep in mind the planets that are involved here is Venus, which is always fun, no stress, everything pleasant, even pleasant conversations. You'll steer away from anybody that tries to lay anything very serious on you at this time. And the planet Uranus, bringing about unusual occurrences, sudden opportunities even, you know, so somebody could present you with something really out there that you were not planning on, you know, and now would be, this might be like your only chance to take it, so you might want to seriously consider some kind of new opportunity that comes your way, okay? So for Leo, on Friday, June 10th, Mercury in Taurus in your 10th house trines Pluto, transiting in your 6th house of Capricorn. So obviously, you know, this is in regard, your 6th house is the workplace, the kind of work that you do. Your 10th house is your career and your public persona, how you're known by reputation professionally and personally. So I would have to say that either a co-worker or a boss or someone, whatever, is speaking up for you or putting in a good word for you or suggesting you for a certain position of some kind. But either way, you're getting a lot of praise for the work that you've done or the kind of work that you are currently doing. Now on Saturday, June 11th, Venus in Taurus in your 10th house conjunct Uranus in Taurus in your 10th house. And remember, this is your most public part of your chart, okay? This is how the public views and sees and speaks about you publicly. And with this conjunction, you know, going on in your 10th house, I've mentioned many, many times, just having Uranus here does bring an awful lot of weird speculation when it comes to your personal life and your professional life even. People concoct sometimes things about your life if they don't know anything about it, let's say, enough to go on. They tend to make things up, so you could have been the subject of a lot of rumors, you know, on and off, and some of them are really hysterical, and this could be one of those kinds where it could be rumored that you're dating someone that is like so far-fetched, you know, that nobody would believe. You don't even believe it. It's like that funny, but people are believing it, you know, something about you. You know, you are either dating someone or you have a new position that that was just created for you, and that I can believe, but the position itself is something really kind of out there, you know. Just expect to maybe possibly hear some kind of rumor about yourself that is actually really funny. You could also, though, be, if you are out in public, a lot of people either coming up to you and commenting on your appearance, complimenting you in some way or other, or someone could publicly express their feelings for you, like their true love. You know, this is like one of those times where somebody could, publicly propose, where they film it, and and it's a big surprise and everything. And if it's uploaded and onto the internet, it'll go viral. Okay. Um, or, again, even if you're not out in public, if you are on social media socializing, people could just kind of like come out of the woodwork to hit on you. Okay, so don't be surprised. And this is like where it does turn a little bit icky. Don't be surprised if your boss hits on you, or a client that is supposed to be respectable. They're probably married even. Very unusual and weird proposals coming towards you. Okay. So for Sagittarius, on Friday, June 10th, Mercury in Taurus in your 6th house trines Pluto transiting in your 2nd house of Capricorn. So your 6th house, where you have Taurus, is your house of work. Okay. It's your work schedule, the kind of work you do, your co-workers, all of that. And the very nice trine to Pluto in your 2nd house of earned income, how you earn your money, just means that you are doing something on this day. You're working possibly on something of your own. You know what I mean? You could have like a regular income from a job that you do, but you also have a side income from something that you're doing on your own. Like you've either started your own business, or you do something creative, or you offer some kind of service, or there's something special about you that people are paying for. Okay, and this is one of those days. That's all. You could be contacted by someone to do, they need whatever it is that you do. On Saturday, June 11th, Venus in Taurus, in your 6th house, conjunct Uranus in Taurus in your 6th house. So this is a very strange aspect for everyone, but where it's occurring for you is in your work. It's in the workplace. Okay. You could have a coworker possibly hit on you. It could be even a higher up. Somebody could express their feelings for you at this time in your present job, but it could also be somebody that you used to work with. It could be a client possibly that you have that is suddenly interested in you. If you own your own business, or you have started that side venture, that you've been thinking about, or a lot of you have already done that, or are about to do something like that. Just having the planet Uranus here does kind of gear you towards that way. Okay, creating your own thing, your own side hustle, more or less, that is going to become your main source of income. So there's something about you that's kind of in demand right now. Whatever it is that you do, I would have to say it's Venus related, because Venus is here. Venus is very creative, but Venus related things are art or music or beauty in some way. Maybe you are you could be a model or an actress, or you represent some kind of product in some way or other, or it could be your own product. Maybe you sing, because Taurus governs the throat area, and I've already mentioned here before that you may be making a living from your voice, either doing voiceovers or singing in some way or other. Something with your voice, okay? But it could be many, many things, music, whatever. Okay, so this is when, if you're not already doing these things, this is probably when the opportunity comes to do something like this. Okay, so don't be surprised. Okay, so for Pisces, on Friday, June 10th, Mercury in Taurus in your 3rd house trines Pluto in your 11th house of Capricorn. So where you have Capricorn is your 11th house of friends and socializing. Okay, it's social media, but it's actually physically going out and hanging out with your friends. And it's the places where you would normally go to hang out. Many, many things. It's also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So a lot of these things have been changing in some way or other. You could be hanging out with a lot more like powerful people, or the the gang or even an organization that you belong to now tries to help to like large groups of people to better. It could be for a cause, but it could be just representing a group of people, like to help them in some way or other, okay? With Mercury in your third house of communications, I'd have to say that you could be speaking on behalf or in front of some kind of group. You could actually just be attending something in your neighborhood or close, like in your area, that there's some kind of event or something or other. It could be like from an organization that you belong to, or it could be just getting together with your friends. To me, it looks like it's something that has to have some kind of outcome from it when it's over. So it looks like possibly some kind of rally or something. Or it could be just like the arts festival. You know, we have the arts festival going on here in Pittsburgh. On Saturday, June 11th, Venus in Taurus in your third house conjunct Uranus, also in Taurus in your third house. So this is a really neat aspect for lots of reasons, okay? Third house is your everyday life, the people you would encounter possibly throughout the normal course of your day. So it's like your neighbors and your like immediate area. So you could be possibly doing something in your, or have plans to do something around your area, around your neighborhood, and end up doing something completely different because another opportunity pops up, but it's more fun, or it's more to your liking, it's more what you would probably feel like doing. You could also just run into somebody when you're out, just like running errands or something in your neighborhood, like, again, you know, in your own area. Possibly someone from your past, could be an old flame, could be someone you just used to go to school with, but and they could tell you about something that's going on, let's say, you know, that night or whatever, and or invite you to do something or join them and some other people for the evening. Also, this is the big house of communication, okay, and travel. You know, you could possibly just pick up and travel because, you know, you have Mercury here still, so that could be another thing, an unplanned day trip, okay, or even overnighter. But you could get some kind of message, and this is also through regular postal mail. Any kind of message that surprises you in some way. Someone could even, you know, just reveal their feelings for you at this time that you were totally unaware of. Or they could have you guessing if they send you a little note or a card or something like that, and they you know, sign it love or XXOO, when they never do any other time, you know. So it might just keep you guessing as to what do they mean by that.